Hello, second graders. This is our math lesson for today. We are going to do chapter 4, lesson 7, called Check Subtraction. Our essential skill and question for this lesson is, how can I subtract two-digit numbers? We're going to watch a video today that goes with this lesson that practices checking your subtraction through addition.
Check subtraction.
We can use addition to check the answer to a subtraction problem.
Add the numbers 15 and 10 to check the answer. 5 plus 0 equals 5. 1 plus 1 equals 2. The answer is 25. Since 25 is a number you subtracted from, your answer is correct.
To check the answer to a subtraction problem, add back the number you subtracted. The sum should match the number you subtracted from.
Let's try another subtraction problem. 36 minus 20. What is 36 minus 20? Let's see. 6 minus 0 equals 6. 3 minus 2 equals 1. So 36 minus 20 equals 16. Now let's check our answer by adding 16 and 20. 6 plus 0 equals 6, and 1 plus 2 equals 3. The sum is 36, which matches the number we subtracted from.
Okay, so you should be able to see how they subtracted, and they want to double check to make sure their difference or their answer is correct. So one strategy or one way to do this is to check by adding back. So what you do is you take this 16 and put it up here, and then you take this 20 and move it straight across, and when you add these two, you should get 36, which is up here. Now, like, this is your parents, this is your brother and sister, so it's like a fat family. So if you can subtract, you should be able to add them and use the same numbers and get the same answer. If you can't do that, then you know you did something wrong, either subtracting or even adding, okay? We are gonna practice this strategy in our lesson worksheet for today. So would you please get out your worksheet, lesson 7, behind Wednesday's work, and it should have a caret on it, and it should be page 261. If you need to pause the video to go get your paper or your worksheet, please do that. Once you get your worksheet, please put your name nice and neat at the top. And then Mrs. Murphy is going to make my screen really big so you can see and understand how to check our subtraction. Now, down here, we're going to show our work on how to subtract, and here is our story problem. There are 30 vegetables in the garden. Nancy picks 12 vegetables. How many vegetables are left? Show your work. All right, so we're going to subtract. We're going to start with the total number of vegetables in the garden, which is 38. And I'm going to take away the 12 that Nancy picked. So Mrs. Murphy is going to take away 12. All right, so now we need to subtract. I have 8 and I want to take 2 away. I can do that. This is not bigger. 2 is not bigger than 8. So I don't need to borrow. If I have 8 and I take 2 away, I'll count back by 2 from 8. 8, 7, 6. So I should get 6 in the ones column. And if I have 3 tens and I take 1 away, I should have 2 left. So 26 vegetables in the garden. Now, let's double check my work, because what if I subtracted wrong? So a way to double check our work is to use the strategy by adding these two to get the top number. So watch what we do. We take this 26 and you can draw an arrow. And I would suggest drawing an arrow because this will help you. 26 is going to go up here. And 12 is going to go straight across. So I'm going to add these two together and hopefully my answer, my sum, is this number up here. So 6 plus 2, well, I'll say 6 and count up 2 more, 7, 8. And then I have 2 plus 1 more, 2, 3. So my sum, or my answer, is 38. Now look up here. Does it match? It does. And so if it matches, then I know I did subtraction and addition correctly because it's a fact family. Now, if you noticed, I kind of made like a snowflake or a star. So when you're doing your work today, draw those arrows to help you remember where the numbers go. All right, if you need to pause the video and catch up on this, please do. When you're ready to go on, please turn your page to the next one, which is the guided practice. So on the guided practice, it says you can check the answer to a subtraction problem. Check 25 minus 10 equals 15. Here is your helpful hint. Add the number you subtracted to the difference. The sum should match the number you subtracted from. All right, so let's look here. Here's our problem. We're going to subtract 25 minus 10. So 5 minus 0 is 5. 2 minus 1 is 1. So my answer should be 15. Let's double check that. So we're going to put that 15 up here. We're going to bring the 10 straight across. And we're going to add going down. So 5 plus 0 is 5. 1 plus 1 is 2. So my sum is 25. Does that match up here? Yes. So if this number that you subtracted is correct, then, or I should say added, then you know that you subtracted and you added correctly. All right, let's go down and let's practice these together. All right, pay close attention because these are kind of tricky. Number 1 says 36 take away 20. So 6 minus 0. I don't need to borrow. So if I have 6 and I take 0 away, that is just 6. So 6 takes 0 away is 6. Now we can go over here and take 3 and take 2 away. 3 take 2 away is 1. All right, now this is where I'm going to draw the arrows, and I want you to draw the arrows too if you need to. 16 is going to go up here. Then this 20 is going to come straight across. Okay, now we're going to check our work. When we add those, this answer should match that. So this answer should be 36. So let's add going down. 6 plus 0 is 6. And 1 plus 2 is 3. So look at that. It matches. So if it matches, I know I did subtraction and addition correct. All right, let's go into the next one. We're going to do 50 minus 2. So I'm going to start in the ones column. 0 minus 2. I can't do that. Bigger bottom, better borrow. I'm going to go over to the 5, and I'm going to take take away 1. So that's going to be 4. And then I'm going to move that 10 over here. So if I have 0 plus 10 more, it's 10. Now I can subtract. 10 minus 2 is 8. Because I go 10, 9, 8. And 4, take 1 away, is 3. So my difference is 38. Now I'm going to double check my work by adding. So I'm going to add back these two numbers. So watch what I do. The 38 is going to go up here. I'm going to draw an arrow. Please do that too. And the 12 is going to come across. And I'm going to add going down. Now, It's been a while since we've had to carry, but we're gonna have to carry or regroup on this. I have 8 plus 2 more, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to put down the 0. I'm gonna carry the 1. Now I have 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 1 more would be 5. So I have 50. Now look, does that match right there? It does. So that means not only did I subtracted correctly, I also added correctly. All right, let's go on. If you need to pause the video, please do. Let's go on to the next 2. Number 3 says I have 21 and I want to take 3 away. So I'm going to subtract first. 1 minus 3. I have 1 and I want to take 3 away. I can't do that. Bigger bottom, better borrow. I'm going to go up to this 2. I'm going to take 1 away, and it is 1. And I'm going to add 10 to this over here. So 1 plus 10 more would be 10, 11. Now 11 minus 3. So I'm going to say 11 and count back 3. 11, 10, 9, 8. And 1 minus 0. There's nothing there. So that's 1. So my difference is 18. Now I'm going to double check that I subtracted correctly. So I'm going to take this 18, I'm going to put it up here, and I'm going to take the 3 straight across, and I'm going to put 0, 3. And then I'm going to add going down, and my sum should match this 21. So let's look. 8 minus 3, 8 plus 3, we're doing addition. 8, 9, 10, 11. Put down the 1, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Look at that. It matches 21 and 21. So I subtracted and added correctly. All right, last one. You're going to start with 32 and you're going to take away 14. I'm going to start in the ones column to subtract. 2 take 4 away. I can't do that. Bigger bottom, better borrow. I'm going to go up to that 3 and I'm going to take 1 away to borrow. It becomes a 2. And then I'm going to move that 10 over here. So this 2 now becomes 12. 12 take 4 away. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. And then in the tens column I have 2 and I take 1 away. That's 1. All right, let's double check our subtraction to see if we did that correctly. We're going to put the 18 up here. We're going to move the 14 across. And we're going to add going down. Now our sum should match this number up here. So let's add going down. 8 plus 4. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Put down the 2. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. It matches. All right, so I know I did my answer correctly. And I subtracted and I added correctly. Pause the video if you need to. We are going to go on to, we're going to skip the independent practice right now because you're going to do that in a minute. I would like you to go on to the very back page where we have our problem solving and our brain builders. And I would like you to put a big X over your brain builders. We are not going to do the brain builders, so cross those off. All right, we are going to do number 13 and 14 together. Problem solving. Number 13. Ima went to the apple orchard with her class. The class picked 48 apples. They ate 17 of them. How many apples are left? So I'm going to start with a bigger number, which is 48. That's how many apples they started with. And I'm going to put that right over here. Now, they ate 17 of them. So I'm going to take 17 away because they're gone. They ate them. So we know that we're going to have to subtract. So draw your subtraction sign and your equals bar. Now we're going to go down and subtract the ones column. I have 8 and I want to take 7 away. I can do that. 8 take 7 away is only 1 left. And then I have 4 and I want to take 1 away. 4 take 1 away is 3. So there should be 31 apples left. All right, now on this next one, Mrs. Murphy's gonna draw a line here. I'm gonna write it right down there. So you're gonna have to look really closely, but it says the second grade classes are planting seeds. Roy's class plants 81 seeds. Jessica's class plants 66 seeds. How many more seeds does Roy's class paint than Jessica's class? So whenever I see the words how many more, I know that I'm subtracting to find the difference. So I'm going to start with a bigger number, which is 81, and I'm going to put that on top. And I'm going to take away 66. So 81 minus 66, and I'm going to draw my subtraction sign and my equals bar. Now, 1 minus 6, I can't do that. Bigger bottom, better borrow. I'm going to go over to the 8. I'm going to cross that 8 off. And I'm going to take 1 away, and that is 7. And then I move that 10 over here. So now my 1 becomes 11. 11 minus 6 is 5. And 7 minus 6 is 1. So, Roy's class planted 15 more seeds than Jessica's class. So 15 is your answer there. Okay, now, pause the video if you need to. When you get this page done, like I said, don't worry about the brain builders. I'm gonna have you go back to the independent practice. And you are going to finish this page on your own. Mrs. Murphy is going to help you get you started on the first one because this has been a big process. So I'm going to help you start with the first one, and then you should be able to rock and roll. So on number 5, remember what we have to first do. We're going to subtract first. 57 minus 30. So 7 minus 0, that's easy, that's 7. 7 take 0 away is 7. And 5 take 3 away. 5 take 3 away is 2. Now, I'm going to double check that I subtracted that correctly. So I want to see this on your paper. I'm going to draw an arrow up to this 27. And then I'm going to draw an arrow going straight across. That 30 is going to go there. Now my answer, my sum, should be 57. Let's see if I'm right. We're going to add going down. 7 plus 0 is 7. And 2 plus 3 would be 5. And then I'm going to draw an arrow just to make sure it matches. And it looks like I made a snowflake or a star. So this should help you get started. I want you to finish this page. If you struggle with this page, you can come on at Zoom at 1:30 and Mrs. Murphy will help you. But I really want you to try to use these arrows to help you put the numbers where they need to be so that when you're subtracting, you know that how to add them correctly. All right, second graders, work hard on this page.